If you were watching this video at night, stop for a moment. Don't scroll, don't skip, just listen. Because what I'm about to share with you might explain the tension you've been feeling lately, the quiet shift in your relationships, the strange distance you can't quite put into words. You will understand what kind of separation could unfold in 2026 and why it may already be happening around you. There are 5 biblical truths behind it. Stay with me until the end. The last one changes everything. Something is changing, not loudly, not dramatically, but deeply. You've sensed it. Conversations feel different. Beliefs feel heavier. Convictions cost more than they used to. It's not just culture shifting. It's not just disagreement. It feels personal. Maybe a friendship cooled down because you refuse to compromise. Maybe a family member looks at you differently when you speak about faith. Maybe church doesn't feel the same anymore. You can't explain it, but you feel it. And the Bible has something to say about moments like this. Truth number 1, God has always worked through separation. From the very beginning in Genesis, before there were nations or families or churches, there was darkness and light. And the first thing God did was separate them, light from darkness. Not because he hated darkness, but because light and darkness cannot occupy the same space. Throughout Scripture, separation always came before something significant, before a promise, before a new season, before deliverance, before growth. Abraham was separated from his homeland before becoming the father of nations. The Israelites were separated from Egypt before becoming a people of promise. Even Jesus stepped away into the wilderness before stepping into public ministry. Separation is not random. Sometimes it is preparation. Now, listen carefully. Truth number 2, not all growth is visible at first. Jesus told a parable about wheat and weeds growing in the same field. At first, they looked the same. You couldn't tell the difference. But when harvest season approached, their true nature became clear. The wheat bowed low, full and fruitful. The weeds stood tall, empty inside. For a long time, people can look spiritually identical. Same language, same worship songs, same church attendance. But pressure reveals depth. When conviction costs something, when standing firm feels lonely, when truth isn't convenient, that's when you see what's real. And maybe that's what you're witnessing right now. People who once seemed strong are drifting, not because they were evil, but because their roots were shallow. And that hurts. Truth number 3, fire doesn't destroy what is real, it reveals it. In Scripture, fire was often used as a picture of refinement. When silver is heated, impurities rise to the surface. The heat doesn't ruin the silver, it purifies it. If you felt pressure recently, emotional, relational, spiritual, it may not be punishment, it may be refinement. Some connections fall apart under heat. Some beliefs collapse under challenge. But what survives pressure becomes stronger. The question is not, why is this happening? The better question might be, what is this revealing? Truth number 4, following Christ was never promised to be socially comfortable. Jesus spoke honestly about this. He said that sometimes devotion to him would create tension, even inside families. Not because faith divides people intentionally, but because truth creates decisions, and decisions create lines. You may love someone deeply and still walk in different directions. That doesn't mean you failed. It means you chose conviction over convenience. And that choice is rarely painless. Truth number 5, the ultimate separation is not relational, it's spiritual. Every temporary separation in life points towards something eternal. One day, Scripture says, humanity will stand before God, not as groups, not as cultures, not as denominations, as individuals. And what will matter most is not how religious we appeared, but whether we truly knew him. That's sobering. But it's also freeing, because this isn't about fear, it's about alignment. 2026 is not some mystical countdown year. It's a reminder that time moves forward, that priorities clarify, that shallow things shake. And when shaking happens, only what is deeply rooted remains. So, if relationships are shifting, if conversations feel different, if faith feels more costly, don't panic. Ask yourself, am I rooted? Am I building on something eternal? Am I following comfort or conviction? Because sometimes separation isn't loss, it's positioning. It removes distractions, it exposes foundations, it prepares you for the next season. And if you feel alone in it, remember this: the same God who separates light from darkness walks with you in the light. The same God who refines through fire does not abandon what he refines. The same God who allows shaking promises an unshakable foundation. So, instead of fearing separation in 2026, see it as a moment of clarity. Not everyone will walk with you forever. Not every connection is meant for every season. But what is built on truth will remain. And what remains is what matters. If this message resonated with something you've been feeling lately, don't ignore it. Pause, reflect, pray, and ask God to strengthen what is real in your life and gently remove what isn't. Because sometimes the greatest blessing doesn't come through addition, it comes through separation.